In today's show, we'll be covering words you can use to refer to the different stages or phases in a project schedule or timeline. First, we'll hear a short article introducing the topic, and then we'll go through each word in detail with some example sentences to show you how you can use the words. At the end of the video, you'll have a chance to review and practice your new vocabulary.
The field of scientific management has developed several tools for helping large and complex projects succeed. These include the use of a baseline budget and schedule, along with visual aids that show details of the plan. These diagrams, such as the Gantt chart, usually indicate the overall time frame of a project, as well as lead times, deadlines, and milestones for each task, and the dependency relationships between different tasks. One key concept is the critical path, the longest sequence of tasks that must be completed in sequence with no time overlap. The PERT chart provides a visual representation of this constraint, allowing project managers to calculate the minimum time needed to complete a project.
Okay, now we'll go through each word in detail with some example sentences to show you how you can use the words. Schedule.
Schedule.
A set of target dates for completing elements of a project.
The schedule requires us to complete the first phase by January 1st.
To schedule can also be used as a verb, meaning to prepare a schedule or to choose a time for a particular event.
Richard has scheduled a meeting for all department heads on Wednesday morning at 10.
Two common collocations are on schedule, which refers to progress that matches the original plan, and behind schedule, which refers to a failure to keep up with the plan.
We could face penalties if we don't keep on schedule.
The contractors are several weeks behind schedule due to poor weather conditions.
Time frame.
Time frame.
The period of time in which a project or one phase of a project is meant to be completed. This is most commonly written as one word, but can be written as two.
The time frame for this project is quite tight, as we only have 2 months to complete the design phase.
To kick off
to kick off.
A figurative expression meaning to start can also be used as a noun, kick off.
We kicked off the new project with a meeting for all stakeholders.
The kickoff is scheduled for the 10th of October.
To green light.
To give the green light.
To give permission for a project to begin.
The Commission has given the green light for a wind farm development.
Lead time.
Lead time.
In general, the time between making a request and receiving the results. This term is often used to refer to the time between placing an order and receiving delivery.
We have a large backlog of orders, so our lead time has risen from 15 days to nearly 30 days.
To execute.
To execute.
To perform or accomplish a specific task.
We need to execute each phase of this project according to schedule, or we'll be facing serious delays.
Stage.
Stage.
A stage is also referred to frequently as a phase of a project. A stage is a specific time period assigned for one element of a project. In most cases, each stage will end with the completion of a deliverable.
In the second phase, marketing will work with our research team to build new features based on customer feedback.
Milestone.
Milestone.
A critical event during the life of a project, usually the accomplishment of a project deliverable.
Completing all documentation is a key milestone for most software development projects.
Constraint.
Constraint.
A restriction or limitation that influences the project plan. For example, a target date may be a constraint on the scheduling of a project.
There are two key constraints on the scope of this project. It needs to be completed in less than 6 months and within budget.
Critical path.
Critical path.
The sequence of activities that must be completed on time for the entire project to finish on schedule.
The critical path for this product launch involves market research, followed by product development and testing.
deadline.
Deadline.
The latest time or date by which something should be completed.
The deadline to apply for these new positions is next Friday.
Dependency relationship.
Dependency relationship.
A relationship between two elements of a project, requiring one to be started or finished before another can begin.
There's a clear dependency relationship between planning and budgeting, since the plans have to be finished before we can calculate our material costs.
PERT chart.
PERT chart.
A tool used to schedule, organize, and coordinate tasks within a project.
A PERT chart specifies the sequence of tasks in a project and the time required to execute each one.
Gantt chart.
Gantt chart.
A bar chart that shows the overlapping timing of activities involved in a project, and sometimes also shows the relationship between them.
According to the project's Gantt chart, we should complete our fundraising on or before June 15th.
Work breakdown structure.
Work breakdown structure.
Often abbreviated to WBS. A work breakdown structure. This is a tree-like structure of tasks that need to be performed to complete a project. The WBS is often used as a project management tool and as a basis for project planning.
Creating a WBS might help us identify the major cost items for this project.